Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the Freeport Recreation Center in Freeport, New York, as it's time for Hofstra Pride Ice Hockey, as the Pride are set to kick off a new season tonight as they host Strong Island Hockey Club. Strong Island, a team consisting of players from St. John's University, but not officially affiliated. So it'll be Strong Island and Hofstra, both in their first game of this 2025-2026 campaign. Good evening, everybody. My name is Brendan Yerkes. Excited to bring you all the action tonight here on LI Sports Network as we're set to bring you another season of Hofstra Pride Ice Hockey, as well as college hockey across the island. And things look very different for this Hofstra side. Whole new coaching staff and a lot of new players. Looking at the coaches, now in is Jim Duggan as the head coach, alongside Chris Del Panino helping out the defense, and former NHL goaltender Keith Kincaid joining the ranks. And out a lot of seniors, and the biggest one probably in goal, goaltender Spiro Markoulis, an anchor for the Pride over the last few years. Out now getting the start tonight is Angelo Manzello, coming back to the Pride, where he spent a season 2 years ago, the 22-23 campaign, 2 years away, now back with the Pride. He gets the start, wearing number 90 in white for Hofstra. Newcomers, freshman Aiden Sullivan looking to have a big offensive output as he comes in from the Nassau Lions. Also coming in, Grace Heiting, spent time playing D1 hockey up at the University of Maine. Also coming in for the Pride is Jacob Lee and Caleb DeLuca on the front end. But a lot of seniors lost from last year, including Spiro Markoulis on defense. Chris Del Planino now behind the bench. More defensemen, Dylan Kinzer and Rob Criscolo also leaving, alongside myself, Brendan Yerkes, spending the last few years on this team alongside Joey Schnatter, eating up minutes up the middle. So those seniors out, but a lot of new players in as the Pride look to start this new era with their new coaching staff and new crop of players. But still at the top, leading the way on offense, the captain, number 9, Jordan Cox, looking to be a big piece for the Pride, alongside number 16, James Van Aaron, and number 11, Matt Matarazzo. Big three of sorts, you could say, for Hofstra on the offensive side. But looking over to Strong Island, they're looking to make an impact in their first full season, as they were formed midway through last year's campaign, played a few exhibition games in the spring, playing against teams such as Stony Brook and Sacred Heart. But in goal, it's Ned Stavronidis. He spent 2 years at Hofstra, won a bunch of games his freshman year, coming in relief, and then after his second year, transferred over to St. John's, and the founder of this team, looking to get them off on the right track. But coming into this one, no stats so far. Both teams 0-0, looking to make a mark and get off to a hot start here this season. We'll step aside for the national anthem, as coming soon, Strong Island and Hofstra here from the Freeport Bubble. Don't go anywhere. Anthem over, ready for hockey here at the Freeport Recreation Center. Brendan Yerkes here with you on LI Sports Network as Hofstra and Strong Island ready to get their seasons underway. Both teams with high hopes for this season. Hofstra with a smaller roster than they've had in years past. Like I mentioned before, losing a lot of players and a smaller recruiting class, but still having that firepower to be able to come up with some big goals. As starting tonight for the Pride, it'll be Jordan Cox in the middle, and on the wings, Nico Buglione and Royce Dixon-Child getting a spot on that top line on the other wing. And on defense, it'll be Nick Aloisio in number 15 and number 12, Daniel McArdle. For St. John, Sal Viola. In the middle, Keith Presti. On the right, Andrew Del Panino, the brother of Chris Del Panino, assistant coach for Hofstra. And on defense, Andrew Snyder and Ethan Fogarty. Puck is dropped. We are underway. Strong Island wins the opening draw as now Del Panino pushes it up ahead forward. He's down low, looking to get it towards the middle in front, and that shot from Sal Viola tapped wide as he's able to get a stick on it. Behind the net, Del Panino loses control. McArdle pushes it up to Dixon-Child, trying to get it out, but now battles on the wall with Presti. Aloisio tied up, jumps ahead to clear it out of the zone. He does, just gets it past the stick of Presti there, as now going D to D. It's back to Presti, looking to stretch it up, and that went past Del Panino, but there to Viola, cutting into the slot, through a screen, shot, and a glove save by Manzello. First whistle of the game, a nice glove save for Angelo, and both teams already change. Now coming on for Hofstra, it's a line of Van Aaron, Matarazzo, and newcomer Caleb DeLuca. Getting his first taste of action with the Pride. And on defense, Frank Feza and Dean Rosa. Feza, usually a forward, plays a lot of wing, helping out this Hofstra team that lacking defense after losing 3 after last year. Feza now with the puck, takes it behind his own net, looks to play it up ahead, and chips it forward and out of the zone past everybody to the Strong Island defense. Played up ahead there, it's Zaleski. He's battled for with Rosa. Comes out to Van Aaron. Van Aaron chips it up ahead to Matarazzo, has a chance for a one-on-one. Cutting in is DeLuca. Shot on net and into the glove of Stavronidis. He'll hold. Both teams taking it slow so far, but each getting a non-threatening rush as this faceoff tied up. Matarazzo unable to get it, but now hops to Van Aaron. At the point, Rosa tries to throw it on net, but stays on the ice, ends up behind the net, as there with it is DeLuca. Matarazzo trying to get there in the far corner, it's DeLuca. Scanning his options, is bumped off the puck, as now pops into the slot. Van Aaron tries to take a shot, ends up on Matarazzo's stick, but now at the left point to Feza. Feza elects to just chip it in, and Matarazzo going to get it, but first to get it is for Strong Island, Yeager. Battle on the half wall, Van Aaron down 1-on-2, but stays in, he still has control of the puck. Van Aaron trying to chip it to Feza, unable to do so, and it's taken out of the zone by Strong Island. That's Zaleski, but now Dean Rosa with it, evades pressure, and now looking to rush quickly up the near side. Here's Rosa, stripped off the puck. Staying in the zone with it there is Strong Island. There's Caleb DeLuca rushing in, could be a 3-on-2, slows down. Defense back for Strong Island as DeLuca ends up going behind the net with it, losing control, but still regains now. Looking for McArdle at the point, doesn't get there. Chipped out of the zone, and now McArdle in possession of the puck. Stretched up ahead for Van Aaron, hops off his stick, and now into possession of Peter Bold. Bold has his stick come flying out of his hands, picks it back up, but the puck taken there by Fogarty. Strong Island looking to come up ahead 2-on-2 as a shot from the slot. That one blocked by McArdle. That one from long range sails high from Stavropoulos. Behind the net, chipped in front, and Cam Kelly trying to poke it out just past his stick, as now this third line for Hofstra getting their first taste of action today. But Strong Island with possession in the offensive zone. Looking to get it out is Sullivan, still unable to, and this time he does. Sullivan's got Heiting, plays it up to her, but she's able to make a quick play. Down low, there's a chance for Kelly. It rolls off his stick. Could have had a scoring chance there, as now he battles behind the goal. Kelly battling. In front's taken by Sullivan, and he wraps it, but a save off the pad of Stavronidis as that one's chipped up, deflected, and out of play. McArdle looking for that shot there. So almost a high-quality scoring chance for Hofstra, trying to get pucks and people to the net. As now we got to change that top line of sorts. Hofstra already shuffling up their original lines, as with Cox and Buglione is Jacob Lee getting his first taste of action for the Pride. Andrew Amante also now on right defense. He's getting his first chunk of game action. As there is Yeager. Plays it behind the net as Buglione's there. Chips it back down with Del Panino there to apply some pressure. As that one's chipped around towards Del Panino, and he just floats it out of the zone. That one through the legs of Dean Rosa as Viola trying to jump on it, but now Rosa recovers and back into Strong Island's territory as they have it and look to move it out. Yeager across to Natola as there is Yeager again. Almost intercepted by Buglione, but chipped into the neutral zone. Could be a rush for Hofstra, but there to play it away to safety is Andrew Amante. With it, Natola. Fans on his D-to-D pass in front. Stavronidis jumps out of his crease, plays it away to safety. Amante D-to-D to Rosa. Spins to the near side, and then back into his own end. And across to Amante. Looking to chip it out is Lee. It stays in for now. Amante looking to clear, and there's Lee. Could be a rush for Hofstra. Jordan Cox with the puck. Cox walks in, shoots. Save made Stavronidis. Right into the chest. He grabs it with his glove. As both teams getting some rush chances here. No grade A's yet, but still early in the season trying to find your legs, figure things out. But another O-zone faceoff for Hofstra. Won by Strong Island, as that's Bold playing it up. And out is Zaleski, but Hofstra in possession of the puck. McArdle finds Van Aaron, circles into center ice. He enters the zone. He's got Matarazzo with him and trailing behind DeLuca. Van Aaron cutting towards the net, drops for DeLuca, into the slot. Nice move, into the slot again, and just off his stick, as now Sebastiano Vinci going up the other way. He's got a burst of speed. He goes in on McArdle, gets there first, but McArdle boxes him out and takes the puck. Chips it around the next forechecker, as Hofstra looking to take it out of the zone. Here's the DeLuca looking ahead for Van Aaron, can't get it there as it ended up hitting off of Vinci. Around. And stolen by Hofstra. Van Aaron looking for Feza cutting in from the left point. Doesn't get there. Van Aaron still down low with it. So Strong on the puck. Backhanded. And now trying to drop it for Matarazzo. And they trade places. Matarazzo evading trouble. He's got McArdle on the point, but he keeps it. Backhanded down low. That's DeLuca. Look, nice move. And he has it on his backhand in front. Out to Van Aaron. He shoots. No goal. It's loose in the crease. As that one looked like it almost went in. But Stavronidis able to hold on to it. Van Aaron still with it. Floats it on net. Deflects high and over the net. Hofstra still circling with it. And they're turned over. But still aggressive on the forecheck is Hofstra. Not making it easy here on Strong Island to get it out. Feza keeps it in for now. And he has control of the puck. Feza from a tough angle. And Stavronidis able to hold on. But Hofstra generating a lot of good looks with some strong passing in the O-zone. And almost netting one. It looked like Stavronidis went down. But a great play down low to evade pressure, get a chance in the slot. But it did not go. Off this draw, won by Strong Island. Fogarty chips it out, and it gets past Aloisio. Chance for a 2-on-1. Trying to get the puck is Deloa, and he just throws it on net, so Manzello will cover. Just over 6 minutes gone in this game. Still no score. Hofstra Pride opening night against Strong Island. As now in the dot, that faceoff goes towards the point and chipped in there by Natola. Rosa goes to get it and goes back to the strong side with it and looks to evade pressure. Rosa chips it out of the zone up for Hiding. Chips it around the defender, down low in the corner, but it's played out to safety. still in the zone. Aloisio on the forecheck, keeps it in for now, as that's a big hit there. And going down, down is Cam Kelly on the ice. He appears to be shaken up. Physical play there. Already physicality early in this one. Officials discussing, see if there's any result here. Face off at center ice. With 13:02 on the clock, we'll have a face-off at center and resume play once again. One back by Strong Island, but back behind their own net. Nico on the forecheck, backhands it towards the near side. McArdle keeps it in on the backhand, puts it right back in. There's Cox trying to get towards the net, but loses control of the puck. That one thrown on net and sticked away by Stavronidis as it was loose in the crease area, as now coming down on a 2-on-1. A shot, and that one sails over the net. Viola coming in quick. A lot of strength behind that one, as now Jordan Cox rushing up ahead. Cox gets in there first in the O-zone. Tries to backhand it towards the front, and it rolls seemingly into Stavronidis. And there will be a whistle. Both teams showing off a burst of speed there. Cox in to get the puck, but before that, it was Sal Viola cutting in on the left side, ripping a shot just high over the net. His faceoff goes behind Strong Island's net. He's there with it, Yeager. Plays it to the near side up towards the point, Del Panino. Del Panino out to Presti. Keith Presti throws it on net. Sails wide, though, as in on the forecheck there was Yeager. Down low, Presti plays it in front towards the point, and now it's in the slot. Backhand, Viola, and it's battled for in the slot area, but McArdle's the one able to get there, and now plays it to Dixon Child on the weak side corner. Looks to stretch it up, tries to feed it there, and Presti gets his stick in the lane. Buglione was cutting, as now McArdle's up on the rush. McArdle plays it towards the slot, intercepted, as now Dixon Child throws a hit on the near side, as it's battled for there just inside the zone and thrown in by Hofstra. So good job by the Pride, keeping it in the O-zone. Dixon Child now going for a change. Weird bounce there, Freeport style, as Strong Island looking to break it out. Hits off the boards and straight up into their bench. So we'll have a face-off in the Strong Island zone. Tied up, but won by Strong Island. As there with it is Zaleski. And he chips it forward to Aloisio, plays it off the bench, but to Van Aaron with two defenders on him, gets through and now gets some space. Enters the zone, Van Aaron cutting into the slot, shoots, blocked on the way there, has control of it again, slides it through. DeLuca not ready for it, now he is. Looking towards Aloisio, but elects to go back towards the slot as Van Aaron shoots. That one tipped by Matarazzo. This line having some success cycling in the zone, as now it's to Aloisio. Goes down, but Hofstra still with control of the puck. Van Aaron with it, into the slot, got some space, looking for Matarazzo, goes towards the net, and the whistle comes, as there appears to be a penalty called. There's a slash coming. Looks to be on Dimitri Stavronidis. So the Pride go to their first power play of the season at just about the halfway point of this first period. So the first unit for the Pride, Matarazzo and Van Aaron stay out there. Matarazzo will take the draw. Buglione, and on the point, the forward, Jordan Cox and Danny McArdle. As McArdle has the puck off the one faceoff from the Pride, and now to Cox at the left point. Cox over to Van Aaron on the half wall. Too much on that pass. It zips over his stick as Matarazzo is able to win it back. Matarazzo looking to the point, but then drops it down low in the corner for Van Aren. As now back to Matarazzo, bouncing puck, as you tend to see with the warm ice here. And now McArdle, long-range shot, but high. It's still gloved by Stavronidis. So we'll have another face-off. But Matarazzo and Van Aren, a strong chemistry. Continuously switching places and finding that open space. It's a matter of time where it pays off. It'll be Matarazzo and Del Panino at the dot. It seems like we're having a score clock issue. So as we wait for that, I thank you for joining us here on LI Sports Network tonight. My name is Brendan Yerkes. Here at the Freeport Bubble, still no score between the Pride and Strong Island. The Pride knocking on the door with this power play opportunity. Yeah, I think the clock did not go initially, so time is wrong. But Van Aren has it, he evades Del Panino. Across to Cox. Cox looking to shoot, he does, but wide, as taken off his angle a little bit, as Van Aren plays it back to McArdle. With space, Van Aren looking across for Cox, who's at the back door, but can't get it there, as Matarazzo now plays it to Cox. Back down low to Matarazzo, lots of space. Pass across to Van Aren, and it's blocked by Del Panino. Those two longtime buddies, Andrew Del Panino and James Van Aren, played high school hockey together for Massapequa. Also operating the Whitefish Men's League team. But Del Panino goes off, but the same five stay on for the Pride. As Strong Island makes a few changes here. Face-off tied up by Matarazzo, but now taken out of the zone by Strong Island, seemingly the first time of this power play. But it's still in the neutral zone, but now finally cleared all the way down. McArdle with it behind the net. Fakes laying it off for Cox, then throws it the other way for Van Aren as he takes it up the near side. Trying to gain some speed, he's now in the center circle and enters the zone. Van Aren drops it back for McArdle. They play catch, Van Aren with it again. Pass across, looking for Cox, just doesn't get there. Nice play to tap it away by Yeager, as now turned over. As chipping it forward is Zaleski, but Cox with it with a burst of speed. Cox going wide, he's in the zone. Cox in front, now behind the net. Has the puck on his stick at the point, and sauces it over to Van Aren. Van Aren to McArdle at the point. He rips a shot. That one just wide. Cox there, slides it in front, and Stavronidis with the pad sliding across and jumping on it to clear it away to safety is Thomas Zaleski. McArdle with it. Right have an odd man as now power play close to expiring. Van Aren down low, chips a shot high as now we're back to even strength. As Stavronidis back on the bench, 5-on-5 as DeLuca there with the forechecker on him. Stavropoulos giving him some pressure, but McArdle with some time and space and now chips it back to Frank Feza. Feza backhanded off the boards, looking for Heiting, doesn't get out, as there with it Sal Viola. Viola down low, he goes down, throws it on net, but fans on it, and it goes towards the point. Spin move by Fogarty, and now thrown on net, that one wide, and it comes to the near side point. Chip back in by Natola. Viola behind the net, with it on his backhand, tries to spin it towards the front, doesn't get there as it hits the side of the net, as now Heiting, looking to find some space and stretches it out. There to DeLuca. It's a breakaway. Nico Buglione's in alone. Buglione, backhand. Saved by Stavronidis. He sticks out the glove as it was on the ground. Penalty called. But Stavronidis sticks his arm out and keeps it out of the net. So it looks like it might be a penalty shot here, as it was a breakaway. So it's like some interference on that. So Buglione looking for the Pride's first goal of the season. It'll be him against Ned Stavronidis. Don't see this very often in this league. Nico Buglione on the penalty shot. He goes right first. Coming in slow, Buglione into the slot area. Forehand, backhand, he scores! Nico Buglione, the first goal of the season for the Pride, on a penalty shot. They lead 1-0. Coming in slow, forehand, backhand, simple play, but gets Stavronidis down. And the Pride with their first lead of the season. Last year it took him at least 10 games to score his first goal. It's got to feel good to get his first one in the first game and as the first goal of the season for the team. And now Camp Kelly back out on the ice, so a good sign to see there after he was shaken up on his last shift. As Strong Island has control but clears it out to Dean Rosa in the neutral zone with time and looks ahead to Kelly, but coming is Sullivan from out of the zone. Hiding aggressive on the forecheck. And the puck kept in by the Pride, but it goes towards the net, and backing up is Yeager to slow things down. Yeager up, intercepted by Kelly, as that was Presti trying to get it out, but the Pride still keeping the puck in the zone. Strong Island having a tough time exiting here, as now they do get it out. That one off the stick of Rosa and chipped up ahead by Aloisio. Puck taken there now by Snyder. Thrown wide. And Aloisio chips it up as it's battled for in front of the Pride bench. And now out of the zone by Matarazzo. Got Camp Kelly coming with him. Matarazzo takes it across the blue. It's a 2-on-2. Thrown towards the net. Kelly, it's intercepted as Snyder gets there first. Aloisio down low, battles. As now Matarazzo walks into the slot, throws it on net, and it pops out. And tied up, Camp Kelly is going to take a penalty here as he got his stick caught in the feet of Peter Bold. So Bold goes down. Kelly to the box, and now Strong Island with a chance to answer, down 1-0. But it was Nico Buglione with the penalty shot goal. He's back out on the ice for the penalty kill, as now we get to see this Strong Island man advantage unit go to work for the first time. Score clock troubles again, as the initial draw won by Strong Island, but McArdle has possession behind the net, and he tries to clear, but it somehow just stays in and now just slides out. As in the neutral zone, looking to regroup it, is Presti. Presti with it, chips it up ahead there for Vinci, but intercepted by Buglione. He'll chip it in, and first one in to get it is for the Pride. That's Hiding. Hiding, battling with Presti, tying it up, but now there to take it away is Snyder, as he's going to rush up the ice. Snyder up ahead for Viola. Viola coming in with the burst of speed on McArdle, cutting wide. Looking to set things up, curling behind, throw it out in front, and it slides through everybody and out of the zone. Pride switch up the forwards, as now it's Sullivan and DeLuca out on the ice. As entering the zone, that's Snyder. Frank Festa picks it up on D, but unable to clear onto the stick of Presti. Presti backhands it. With it, Vinci. There's Natola in the corner, battling with Festa. Festa gets there, tries to chip it around Viola, but he goes down, but ends up with the puck. Viola to the point. There with it, Vinci. Now to Presti. Backhands it. And at the right point, that's Vinci. Slowing things down is Strong Island, their first possession in the zone, structured on this power play. 30 seconds to go on the man advantage as the Pride looking to clear, and they do. Could be a break. Caleb DeLuca, shorthanded on a breakaway. In on Stavronidis. He shoots. He scores! Caleb DeLuca, shorthanded goal. 2-0 Pride. Chipped out of the zone, and it was a foot race because there was a forechecker coming down through the middle of the ice, but DeLuca able to use a burst of speed, cut towards the net, and bury it past Stavronidis. So a strong start for the Pride. 2 unconventional goals. Getting one on the penalty shot and one shorthanded. So now offsides the call here. But Hofstra leads 2-0. Less than 5 minutes to go in this first period. And for DeLuca, it's his first goal with the Hofstra Pride. So the penalty is over. We're back to even strength, and the Pride end up scoring a shorthanded goal. Which, funny enough, I believe last year, Nico Buglione's first goal himself with Hofstra was a shorthanded goal. And now that one's chipped forward, a chance for Jordan Cox. The defender fell down. Cox got Van Aren in front of Van Aren. He shoots, he scores! Cox to Van Aren, it's 3-0. Taking advantage of a mistake. The defender falls down, and Cox couldn't make it any easier for Van Aren. He puts it home. And quickly, things have turned in this game. Strong Island wins the puck off the draw. As there at Stavropoulos. Van Aren battling to get it in the zone. And he's trying to steal the puck, and he does. Chips it towards Matarazzo in the slot. Buglione there, but it's played out as Amante goes D to McArdle. McArdle back across to Amante. He's got some time and space, and he chips it up off the wall towards Van Aren. Van Aren now to McArdle. In front and cutting towards the net was Matarazzo. Just missed his stick. Almost 4-0 as now Van Aren towards the slot. On the backhand, floats it on net, and Stavronidis holds on to that one. But Hofstra continuing to apply pressure in the offensive zone. As the draw won by Matarazzo, straight back to Amante. And McArdle, a long-range shot. That one stopped. Thrown back on net again by DeLuca, looking for another one, but blocked by the skate, and now chipped out of the zone. Strong Island looks to enter. And down low, it's chipped on net, right off the back of the net. And McArdle goes back the other way. Van Aren tries to float it out, unable to get it there, but Matarazzo battling and just gets it out of the zone. And he has it again. Taking it slow and tries to find a lane, cutting towards the middle, but smacked away by Deloa. As now Matarazzo had Van Aren close to the net. That one missed him. Chip behind and now to Amante at the left point. He quickly gets rid of it and keeps it in the zone as Matarazzo battles on the wall. Matarazzo with the puck on his stick. Scanning options. Finds DeLuca. Spins into the corner. Tries to make a move around a defender. Loses it, but now back with the puck on his stick behind the net. Looking towards the middle, but slides up the middle of the ice. Nobody home. Manzello out of his own net to play it as Amante's back deep. Amante to McArdle. And looking to stretch it towards Sullivan, but in the way Del Panino, but it could be an offensive break. Here's Hiding. Hiding drops for Sullivan. A shot and a glove save by Stavronidis. And another offensive zone faceoff for the Pride. Now Sullivan taking the draw. As chipped around, Del Panino plays it out. And first in on it is Viola. Viola circling around the net, cutting in front. A shot and a save by Manzello. Not an easy one to make coming around the net as it's chipped out. Cam Kelly looking to get it. Another chance for Strong Island as Presti will chip it into the zone, getting not without a hit from Feza. As Sullivan in his own corner tries to chip it forward, and now it's to Cam Kelly. He just clears it out of the zone and almost all the way down, not icing as it dies in the corner as a turnover to Aiden Sullivan. Overskates it. And now trying to slow things down and push forward is Strong Island. Now to Del Panino on the near side. Elects to chip it in. Viola in on the forecheck with Presti there as well, as Presti's the one with the puck. Presti scanning options, but ends up on the stick of Jordan Cox, but then towards Lee. Behind the net there, Presti. Now Feza with it on defense. He gets to some open space and backhands it forward, and it goes out of the zone. So a penalty called again on Strong Island as Feza chipped it out. He got drilled into the wall. And that's tripping on Sal Viola. So the Pride up 3-0 in the final minute of this first period, looking to add another. Face off won by Hofstra. McArdle looking back for Van Aaron, who played it to him in the first place, but it goes behind. And it's kept in by Cox with his backhand. Played right back to Strong Island. They look to play it forward. Now 1-on-1 chance shorthanded. It's Vinci. Vinci in on McArdle. Takes it wide. A shot saved by Manzello as now McArdle has it. McArdle plays it wide to Matarazzo. Hops off his stick, but he settles it now. Cuts into the slot. Chip forward for McArdle. Down low, a shot. Scores! Danny McArdle makes it 4-0 Hofstra with the power play goal. Hofstra doing it all kinds of ways tonight. As there, McArdle down low. Nice feed from Matarazzo and just chipped home. Past the glove side. But Hofstra doing it all kinds of ways tonight. A power play goal, a shorthanded goal, a penalty shot goal, and an even strength goal to go in with that. As now the Pride lead at 4-0 as Jordan Cox enters the zone going wide. Speed, throwing it towards the net. Looking for Buglione, doesn't get there. As in front, Strong Island looking to get out of this period in the final 10 seconds. As Stavronidis, as it chips it forward for Zaleski. Long range shot blocked by Aloisio. And the horn sounds. So after one period of play in this new era of Hofstra Pride ice hockey, they lead Strong Island 4-0 off of goals from Buglione, DeLuca, Van Aaron, and McArdle. Brendan Yerkes here on LI Sports Network. Pride leads Strong Island 4-0. We'll be back for the second period. Back for period 2. Hofstra, Strong Island, Pride leading 4-0. Goals from Buglione, DeLuca, Van Aaron, and McArdle. And now Strong Island looking to get one back and get back in this game. As we switch ends, and Nick Aloisio looks to play it out of the zone. Kept in for now on defense by Fogarty. And now chipped out, but to Presti, plays it back for Bold. Bold chips it up to Viola. Nice move around Aloisio, trying to get it towards the net. But Matarazzo helped there to get it away, but the Pride send it all the way down. So it'll be an icing and an O-zone face-off for Strong Island. Again, Strong Island consisting of players that attend St. John's University. Their first full season as they're looking to build a program there, seeking school recognition. Face-off has the puck end up behind the net. Aloisio chips it towards the half wall and picked up there by Yeager. Out of the zone, it's a foot race for it. But first in to get it is Natola. Natola there to Presti, chips it, but not out. Matarazzo keeps it in and swings it back towards that near corner, but intercepted by Natola. Natola up ahead to Viola. Viola enters, shoots from long range, he scores! Sal Viola gets Strong Island on the board with a long range goal, so it's now 4-1. Quick entry and through the screen. Keeps it low over the pad, just rips it by. So it's now a 3-goal game. As a quick one. As a minute in. Now a 3-goal game as Strong Island looking for more. That one is chipped on net by Zaleski. And now the Pride looking to go the other way. Chip forward for Hiding, but too far as speeding ahead is Yeager for the icing. So another offensive zone face-off for Strong Island. Here at the Freeport Recreation Center, home of Hofstra Ice Hockey. Home opener on this Friday night as that face-off won by Strong Island and put on net. Right into the near side corner and chip forward, but now at the point, poked away just past the reaching stick of Hiding. So back in possession of Strong Island. They are back on side. That one floated on net from out of the zone as now Dean Rosa has it. Efeza on lefty, but still kept in as now gaining some momentum is Strong Island. There's Fogarty around behind the net. Intercepted by Rosa, chips it towards Feza, but too far in between him and Hiding. As now it's on the near side. Cam Kelly looking to chip it out, but still kept in by Fogarty. That one comes out. Ethan Fogarty has it back on his stick again as now he enters. That shot from long range deflects up and over the netting. So a whistle and Hofstra will change. And so will Strong Island. But we're seeing Strong Island early in the second period, doing what the Pride did a lot of that first, keeping it in the zone. Being strong on that blue line and cycling it around as they win the draw. A shot, a nice quick shot. And Manzello able to get the blocker up or the stick and get it in the corner as it's out of the zone. Dixon Child looking for Buglione, but back with it is Bold. There's Stavropoulos up ahead. As now penalty coming up against Strong Island. And going to the box, Nico Stavropoulos. So the Pride looking to get that goal back that they just gave up. It's a 4-1 game. They're 1 for 2 on the power play thus far. The unit they start with, Hiding and Van Aaron on the wings. Sullivan at center, and Feza and McArdle on the point. Score clock troubles again. Like to see how Feza is in this role. Very strong on the power play. And now, while playing defense today, is a natural forward and winger. As the draw one to the side, but first on at Strong Island and chipped out by Presti. McArdle back as he looks to regroup it. And Van Aaron swings low. He's the one who picks it up and will skate with it. He goes up the far side. Van Aaron enters the zone. Puck on his stick, finds Feza. Feza backhanded in front, and Sullivan may have gotten a stick on it. Doesn't go, as now battled for and chipped out by Del Panino as he goes D to D. But it's Van Aaron in that D spot, and he'll chip it into the far side. First in is Feza. Feza in the corner, taking it behind the net with Del Panino on him, but jumping on the puck is Fogarty. He looks to clear it out, and now chipped up to Presti. Presti and Fogarty, chance shorthanded. Drop for Presti, chipped on net. Presti still trying to find it, working on McArdle. He goes down, still with it, throws it in front, but stick towards the neutral zone. And there's Van Aaron racing after Del Panino. He gets there, falls down, but entering is Hofstra. Hiding. Backhand, has it now, looking to settle it, and finds Feza. Feza drops backhand for McArdle. McArdle to Van Aaron. Back to McArdle at the right point. Hofstra setting up. McArdle down low on the half wall. Van Aaron throws it towards the net, but it goes off the leg of Feza as he shakes it off a little bit and keeps going. Van Aaron scanning options to Hiding. Now to McArdle in the middle. McArdle looking towards the net, walks in, rips a shot, doesn't get through, and pops right out to Hiding. Hiding spinning, trying to evade pressure from Vinci, and now that one ends up out of the zone. So a nice looking setup from the Pride on that power play as they still have a little bit more time. Entering is McArdle. He goes wide. He's got a chance to cut towards the net. Now behind, looks to go back where he came, but passes towards the front, intercepted there, and taken out the other way by Zaleski. Zaleski working on Cox in a defensive spot right now. Zaleski rips one. That goes in the far corner. And a miscommunication between Matarazzo and Feza, but Matarazzo is the one who picks up the puck. So we're back to 5-on-5. Pride now 1 for 3 on the power play as Cox enters. As Hofstra changing things up, so Cox goes it towards the slot, but taken by Vinci, who chips it up over the head of McArdle. And on it there for Zaleski. Going towards the net, but Manzello will just hold on to it and cover as we get a whistle, and both teams can change. So some strong moments on that power play, but Hofstra unable to get that goal back as it's still a 3-goal game. This puck exits the zone. It won't be icing, but rushing back to go get it is Bold. Chip back in on the near side. Cox looking to keep it in. He does. He gets there. Finds Buglione in the slot. It just rolls off his stick. On it there's Viola. Looking wide. He gets it to Presti. Presti going to work on Aloisio. He shoots, and a save by Manzello as he slides over. Already, Strong Island looking to get more pucks to the net. You're seeing it there. Seemed like they didn't have very many shots in that first period. Rosa off the draw, looking up for Dixon Child. It gets out, could be a 2-on-1. Buglione and Dixon Child. Buglione cutting towards the net, gets down low, backhand. Doesn't seem like it gets there as he's battling behind the net with Snyder. But now Cox with it again. Cox looking for Dixon Child in the slot. Hops out, now Aloisio. Back towards Buglione, but that one too much on it. And now Dixon Child in the far side corner. This one rimmed around. Aloisio looking to keep it in, can't, so he'll go back into his own end to get it. Viola the forechecker, as Aloisio just chips it forward, but intercepted by Snyder. There's Cox with it. Cox looking to cut towards the middle, can't get through. Van Aaron gets a shot off, and that one high and over. It rims all the way down and around. No, Manzello out behind his own net to play it, leaves it for Dean Rosa. Rosa spins back towards the strong side. Chipped up for Lee. Stays in the zone. At the point there. Shot blocked by Rosa in front, saved by Manzello, as shooting that one was Vinci. As Hofstra looking to get it out, sits on the blue line now, it just does come out, but still in possession of Strong Island. D-to-D pass almost intercepted by Van Aren, as Snyder sends it in. There, Aloisio picks it up. Towards Lee on the wall. Gets it to DeLuca, but not out, and now it does come out. DeLuca with it. Trying to make a move, but drops it for Dean Rosa. Dean, the defenseman, takes it in. Strong on it, spins towards the slot. Now to the point. Lee, long-range shot. Saved by Stavronidis, and still in. Lee in his first game with Hofstra, doing a strong showing. As another penalty called, as DeLuca took a hard hit with his numbers out. So the Pride going to their fourth power play. This time going to the box. It'll be Ethan Fogarty. Hofstra looking to do more of what they did on that last attempt, but this time put it in the back of the net, as they've had plenty of chances with the man advantage. This is their fourth. Starting unit this time, Buglio and Matarazzo, Van Aren, McArdle, and Cox, which we saw as their first power play unit of the game. McArdle at the point, now gets a Van Aren cutting in. Van Aren shoots, and that one may be saved, but ends up going out of the zone. Could have been blocked, but as McArdle and Van Aren hit tied up, as aggressive on that forecheck was Presti. And now Cox rushing up with Presti behind him. Cox lays it off for Matarazzo. Matarazzo drops for McArdle. Now in the half wall, Matarazzo again. Battling with two Strong Island defenders, but now to McArdle at the point. Walks in, rips a shot. Tipped, but Stavronidis able to hold on. Hofstra keeping it in the zone again. They'll make a change. Van Aren and McArdle stay. Now coming out Sullivan, Hiding, and Feza. As the draw won back by Sullivan. There's McArdle. Towards Van Aren. Van Aren shoots, and that one sails high. Had Stavronidis down looking for that top shelf. Just couldn't get it to go. There with it, Hiding. Looking to rush it up, but Presti pressuring. As Hiding intercepted by Presti. Presti shorthanded behind the Hofstra goal. Now to the point. That's Yeager. That one looking for Del Pinito in front, and it just missed him. And Van Aren circles into the middle of the ice. Van Aren gets across the blue. Stops near the half wall, tries to go around Presti, unable to make a move, but Hiding there to take it. Hiding, settling into that point spot. Now down towards Van Aren. Van Aren looks up top. McArdle scanning, now back across to Van Aren. Van Aren fumbled it in his skates and ends up having to play it out towards the neutral zone, but McArdle the one there to get it. McArdle the one to enter now, but offside is Hofstra. So the Pride getting some good puck movement again. As now we're towards the end of this power play. As Hiding plays it to McArdle. Sends it into the far side corner. Strong Island looking to clear, but McArdle does a good job to keep that one in. As Hiding looking to make a play on the half wall. Back to 5-on-5, so the Pride unsuccessful again. As trying to clear out of the zone and unable to Peter Bold. It goes into the netting. So offensive zone draw. At the point, Aloisio chips it forward as he tried to get a shot off with Viola coming strong, and now Cam Kelly behind the net. Looks to circle it back. Battling there, Sullivan. Kelly comes there to help him. Pops out on the far side towards Viola, and he backhands it out there. With it, Bold. And that's Vinci who will send it in. Amante backhands it towards open space as Heiting drops it back for Aloisio. Around towards Amante, but too far, and at the point. In front, and it sits there, but now behind the net. Aloisio pins Vinci to the wall, and coming in to help is Cam Kelly as it moves around now towards the weak side. At the point there, Natola looking across, but to stretch it to Fogarty, but too slow as he tries to get a shot, doesn't get towards the net. Fogarty now down low. Heiting, looking to slow things down, but it goes right to Viola as it's played back behind the net. In front, and Heiting with it again. It's towards the point. Fogarty keeps it in. Kelly now backhands it out. That one will go down for icing, but no, it goes on net, so waved off, and Strong Island looks to push. Long range pass, that one off the stick of Viola. Nice pass from Natola, just doesn't get there. As Strong Island makes some changes, but Viola circling, now gets it towards the point. That's Yeager. Long range shot blocked by Cox. Doesn't get there, but still stays in. Viola dumps it around behind the net. Amante going to get it. But Switarski is able to keep it, but now Kelly on the nice breakout by Hofstra chips it out. That one off Viola. He goes to the bench as Jordan Cox picks it up and looks to push for the Pride. Cox cutting in, shoots. That one blocked on the way to the net. McArdle back on the ice. He comes off the bench and picks up that one after it came out of the Strong Island zone. Cox looking to pick puck up in the slot after it's skipped there, but can't. He gets back on side as McArdle plays it forward for Nico Buglione. Over halfway through this game, Hofstra leading Strong Island 4-1. As the only goal of this period scored by Strong Island. As now a penalty coming up. This one against the Pride. So Strong Island going to go to their second power play of the game and try to make it a 2-goal game. It's McArdle going to the box for a holding. Face off won by Strong Island. They look to set it up. Behind the net, Del Panino going to get there, but Fez is there first, but not enough on it as it stays in. Presti on the half wall, cutting towards the net. Now at the point, and circling back with that was Natola. He had a look, but elected to set it up again. Now Presti on the right side, cuts in, across. That's Viola in front. It's out, loose. Rebound, that one goes just wide. Nice looking chance for Strong Island. They still have the puck. That shot doesn't come off the ice and stays in by Snyder. And now Fezzik gets hit, but the Pride are able to clear as Buglione rushing up ahead. Stavronidis comes out, try to play it away, but it stays back there as it's a one-on-one battle. Buglione is the one to initially get the puck. Support comes in for Strong Island, and they push it forward. Presti looking to get there as Heiting coming in on the forecheck. And back with it now is Natola behind his own goal. Miscommunication with Snyder, but Snyder has it. And now that one looking for Presti as he was cutting back towards the other way. Now center ice. DeLuca makes a nice move. Trying to cut wide shorthanded. Here's DeLuca down low. Already has a shorthanded goal in this game. He gets it to Amante at the point. DeLuca killing time, doing a nice job for Hofstra as now Presti picks it up. 40 seconds to go on this power play. Presti coming up slow. And now he has it again. Presti goes back to Viola. Rips a shot and a save by Manzello. Shot from the outside. Through a lot of traffic. Manzello sees it all the way. 26 seconds to go on this power play. 6:12 to go in this second period. Hofstra unable to clear. That one stays in, and now they can as Sullivan takes a second and third effort to chip it out of the zone. As there to pick it up. And get one last rush for Strong Island. Fogarty puts it in. Vinci first in on it. Trying to leave it for Fogarty. Vinci gets there. Penalty expiring. And now it's Vinci. Vinci takes pressure from Amante in to help Zaleski. And now Matarazzo has it. Trying to get it out of the zone. It ends up coming out off of Zaleski. And now DeLuca with a nice move. Drops it off for Sullivan. He shoots, and that one just wide. Nice read by Sullivan to jump on that one. Create a scoring chance in his first game. First collegiate game. Now Aloisio at the point. Long range shot through traffic. And that one just goes wide. Somebody was in front. Looked like Matarazzo there. Aloisio just trying to put it towards the net. Van Aaron looking back for Matarazzo, but doesn't get enough on it. But coming in is Rosa to keep it in the zone. Matarazzo looking for space. Now gets to Rosa with some. Lines up for a slap shot. Tips wide. And Van Aaron gives it to Matarazzo. Matarazzo curling. Now gets it across to McArdle. McArdle's got a lane. McArdle shoots. Nice block. Loose in front. And it pops back out to Rosa. He fires. That one goes wide. Probably deflected again. McArdle chips it back down low. Matarazzo first to get it. The Pride pressuring here. Van Aaron scanning. Gets it across. Doesn't get through. And it's intercepted. Vinci will take it out of the zone. But as soon as he gets to the neutral zone, stolen by Van Aaron, he enters. He's got Matarazzo cutting. Van Aaron into the slot. He shoots. And it's saved by Stavronidis. Pops back out. Play continues. Rosa winds up. He shoots. Tipped. Slides back into the near side corner. What a shift here for the Pride. As Strong Island looking to get it out. Goes back to the neutral zone. So out. But Pride right back in. Matarazzo through traffic. Kept in by DeLuca. DeLuca down low to Matarazzo. Up at the point. Rosa walks in. Rips a shot. Saved by Stavronidis and a whistle. Strong shift there from DeLuca, Matarazzo, and Van Aaron. Using the strength of the D. Seeing Dean Rosa jump up into that open space right above the dots with some long-range shots. With the Pride knocking on the door of adding to their lead, but this face-off won by Strong Island, but kept in by Feza with the glove. Late, Feza down on the ice as he cleared that in, and a big hit from Del Panino. Hofstra thinking it's a late hit, wanting a call there. So, officials discussing. Feza goes to the bench. At 3:42 left in period 2. So we see Feza go to the room. Hopefully he's okay. An MCL injury last year had him missing a lot of time. And it's good to see him at full speed again. So now play continues as Viola has the puck entering the Pride zone. That one skips past Manzello. As now the Pride looking to take it out and go on a rush the other way. Fighting to get it out is Cox. He can't, but now Dixon Child has it, and he lays it off for Aloisio, and they do get it out. Aloisio the one rushing with it, and it fumbles off his stick. Back into the neutral zone for Rosa. Rosa sends it in. But it's Yeager Pulling it up for Presti, but intercepted by Rosa. Rosa looking for Dixon Child, doesn't get there as it's Presti. He goes down, sliding on the ice, and Dixon Child plays it across to Rosa. Bouncing puck, but he's able to settle it. Tries to get it out, but can't. Del Panino in on the forecheck. Rosa plays it to Dixon Child on the half wall. And now Cox steals it and tries to rush up. Quick, Jordan Cox with a burst of speed. Cuts wide, backhand, floats it on net, just goes wide. Buglione trying to keep it in, but Viola taps it up to Presti. They play catch, but Buglione finds a way out of that traffic and steals it. Now just like that, poked forward. Yeager, now to Presti. Shot, that one blocked by Aloisio, came up high on him. And McArdle has it. McArdle trying to evade Del Panino. Viola there too on the forecheck, as he now takes it to the weak side and back now behind his own net. McArdle finds some space, looks to stretch it up to Buglione, but just off the stick of Snyder, and he couldn't get it through. Cox calmly evades some pressure and dumps it in. As Strong Island gets it out of the zone, but right back into possession of Hofstra. D to D with Amante and McArdle as Heiding looks to take it in. Grace Heiding on the goal line, tries to slide it towards the net, pops out to Cam Kelly, and backhanded, but it goes behind. Sullivan aggressive on the forecheck, and now kept in by Amante with the left skate. Chip forward and sticked away, tapped by Stavronidis. Sullivan in front, Heiding, a shot, save, into the slot area, and now Sullivan quick gets to it first. Now Heiding there on the half wall, cuts into the slot, tries to rip a shot, but taken away. And Stavropoulos has it, and Grace pushes it forward. Grace Heiding chips it, looking for Van Aaron, getting to the net, but a nice defensive stop pushes it the other way. Up ahead quick is Natola as he rips a shot, and that one stopped and goes out of play. So final minute to go. Looks like 45 seconds on the clock of this second period. Still 4-1 Hofstra. 4 unanswered goals for them to start this game. And then Strong Island getting one here in the second. And early in the second. But no scoring since, but a lot of action on both ends. Lee looking to push it out. He does. It's sent back in by Fogarty. Dean Rosa in a tight space, able to get it out. Lee chips forward. Lee skating after it. But back in possession of Strong Island. Looking to swing it around is Bold. That one gets up to Swiatarski. Here's Vinci. Vinci cutting wide. Now back skates towards the half wall. Looking for the point. Can't get it there. Van Aaron chips it out, looking for Matarazzo. Matarazzo's a chance for a break. Matt Matarazzo in alone. Shoots off the post. Shifted Stavronidis to the right and chipped it left. But couldn't get it past Stavronidis as period 2 comes to a close. So the Pride almost get their 5th of the game on that breakaway chance by Matarazzo. But after 2 periods of play, the Pride hold on to their lead against Strong Island. They're up 4-1. We'll be back for the 3rd period here on LI Sports Network in just a few moments. Back for period 3, Brendan Yerkes on LI Sports Network. Hofstra Pride, Strong Island. Pride clinging on to a 4-1 lead after their 4 unanswered goals to start this game. And then the second period scoring summary, Salviola, that was it. As now the third underway, as Strong Island quickly pushes up. That's Switarski. Now to Viola, and that one blocked by Rosa right off the skate. That one's got to hurt. And the puck stays in the zone. Viola again, a shot. Squeaks through, they score. Sal Viola, second of the game, as there's a new goaltender in for Hofstra. That's Steven Demoterius. And the first shot he faces ends up in the back of the net. So just like that, the 4-2 game, less than 20 seconds into period number 3. 2 goals from Salviola. And now Hofstra has it in the O-zone. Trying to break it free is Nico Buglione as Dixon Child go to help him out. Presti on him, and it pops out for Royce. But ice still a little wet, so it sits there and pushed up ahead. Strong stick by Rosa, and he clears it away. And high on the glass, but it stays in. Now Buglione trying to jump up on it. Rosa again, quick anticipation. And Aloisio plays it off the wall, takes a funny bounce, and through the legs of Presti. And pop forward, sitting back is Dixon Child. Hits it off the stick of Cox. Cox looking to break through. Cox has it in his feet, now behind the net, tries to spin free, but not any real estate there, as Keith Presti swings it to the weak side. Good keep there by Van Aaron, just freshly on the ice, as now Fogarty towards the top of the zone, and it's across to Natola. Gets it across the red, and he'll dump it in. Rims around Amante in there for it. But on the forecheck, that's Vinci. Vinci trying to steal it from Amante. Amante gets it to Buglione, puts it through his legs, gets it out of the zone, but right back to Vinci, who dumps it in. McCardle first in on it, and plays it right towards the point, and sits on the stick of Van Aaron and hops off it. McCardle, puck on his stick again, as I feel like he's had most of this game. And now Amante gets it up, it's a breakaway. DeLuca in, backhand, saved by Stavronidis. What a stretch pass to get that up to Caleb DeLuca, looking for his second of the game. But Stavronidis standing tall, keeping his team in this one, as now Demoterius grabs that puck and covers it, making his first save of his collegiate career. Face-off won by Matarazzo to McCardle. He backhands it to DeLuca. And Matarazzo finds Van Aaron with open space. Van Aaron entering across the blue. Shoots, and that one flies wide. Puck comes out of the zone as now Vinci. Sebastiano Vinci throws it on net, pad save, and Vinci has it again on the half wall. That one floated, but wide, rims around. Wind up, another pad save. That's from Stavropoulos, that shot, as he's battling behind to try and get it to open ice. He takes a hit from Matarazzo and a penalty called. Van Aaron touches it, and it's going to be Matarazzo going to the box, and Strong Island getting a power play chance. We'll see what they call that one. Like boarding the call. So Strong Island 0 for 2 on the power play thus far. And no better time to strike than right now to make it a 1-goal game. Face off, puck is sitting there, and that's Viola, dumps it behind, and Del Panino picks it up, tries to cut towards the front. Hiding steals it and chips it off the glass and out. Sullivan quick on the forecheck as he's trying to get it away from Presti. Also back there, Thomas Natola, and he's the one with the puck. Backhands it to open space for Presti, who can now quickly set it up as he plays it forward towards Yeager. Struggling to get it out of Strong Island as they're playing catch, and now to Presti in the neutral zone with some space and some speed. Presti lays it off for Viola. Viola walks in, deflects, scores! It's a hat trick, a natural hat trick for Sal Viola. 3 straight goals, and just like that, it's a 1-goal game. Rips a shot. It looks like it hits off the leg of Dean Rosa. So a hat trick. All the scoring so far for Strong Island. 4-3 the score. And they're looking for more. Strong Island enters the zone. That one sails high over the net. And with it, Stavropoulos on the half wall. That one thrown towards the net, and now jumping on it after making the initial save is Demotherius. So 2 quick goals from Viola, and Strong Island realizing, let's just throw it towards the net. They did that there. But the save made as 16:09 to go in this game. Puck drop tied up. Cox plays it back towards Feza. Good to see him back on the ice and okay after taking that heavy hit from Del Panino. As Stavropoulos tries to get it away. Dixon Child poking it forward. Could be a breakaway. Nico Buglione if he can get to the puck. Buglione in alone. Backhands. Oh, and he slides it just wide. Had Stavronidis drifting the other way and had an open net. But just drifted the other way. Now a 3-on-2 for Strong Island. Dixon Child coming in on the back check. Entering the zone is Bold. Now behind the net. Working it around. Looking towards the point, but Aloisio pushes him off it. Now on it is Stavronidis. And still in the zone. Going down, and a penalty called on Aloisio. No, it's Peter Bold with it. Extra attacker on for Strong Island. Bold drops it off. Stavronidis gets taken down by Cox. And now a power play with a chance to tie the game for Strong Island as Nick Aloisio goes to the box. See if they call that a trip. They call it a hook in that near side corner. So a chance for Strong Island to tie this game. They were once down 4, they're now down 1. And their 4th power play of the game begins with Danny McArdle sending it the length of the ice. Weird bounce has Aiden Sullivan first in for Hofstra as a weird angle shot. Hits the stick of Stavronidis, so cleared to the near side as Presti breaks it out, playing it up for Switarski. Now it's Viola looking for more. Viola cutting towards the net. Puck rolls off his stick, and now it's played out of the zone. Now it could be a foot race. Sullivan looking to get ahead. Stavronidis does not come out of his own net. And in on it is Sullivan, but back checking to get there first is Natola to break that up. Here's Presti. Minute 20 to go on the power play. Presti across the red, now across the blue. He looks back towards the point, it's Viola. Viola gets it to Natola, hops off his stick, gets it at the right side point. Looking towards the net. Now to the half wall. That's Switarski. Switarski down low to Presti. He plays catch, has it back. Cutting in, and now laying it back off for Presti on the half wall. They switch places. Presti to the point. A shot by Natola in front. Glove save, they score. No, it goes in. Looks like Daniel Switarski, and we are tied at 4. Back-to-back power play goals. And Switarski ties this game. So now we're tied at 4, as right off the draw it's pushed forward. Hofstra looking to settle things down, as that one patted aside by Demotherius. And Van Aaron looking to chip it out. Now Matarazzo. Lozio to the point, but still kept in, as Feza there on it with some open ice in front of him. He's going to look to rush it up. Looking for Van Aaron, doesn't get there, and pushed forward by DeLuca. DeLuca chips it around the defense. DeLuca, backhand in front, and doesn't get there. Then Feza back in his own end, not at the blue line yet, so Hofstra has to regroup. Feza looking to stretch it, but gets intercepted. And now Matarazzo evading Del Panino and looking to skate it up himself. Through the middle of the ice, it's Matt Matarazzo. Matarazzo curling, looking towards the net. Del Panino back in the zone, but he gets it towards the front and looking for DeLuca in the slot. It hops past him. That one backhanded in by Zaleski. There's Snyder forechecking. Fez is the one who picks up the puck. Circles back to the near side. Doesn't get out though. Feza has it behind the net and has a little bit of time here as Hofstra looks to break it out. Feza keeps it himself. Stretched up for DeLuca. Has it in his feet, can't see it, but it's picked up by Matarazzo. Right place, right time. Matarazzo curling back and chips it the other way towards Van Aaron. Van Aaron gets it, trying to split the defense. Can't do it. Now played up ahead for Stavropoulos. Nico Stavropoulos. Now to the slot. A shot. That one goes wide. Rimmed around towards the left point. Van Aaron has a chance to rush it. Looking for DeLuca, but he keeps it for now and goes in himself. Defender falling. Van Aaron tries to split the D. Can't again. Now still scooped up by... All right, confusion there. I'm going to say Deloa had the puck, but the horn went off of the scoreboard, so everybody stopped playing. So unsure what really happened there. You never know what's going to happen here at the Freeport bubble. As we've seen at Hofstra games for many years now. Scoreboard troubles. One of the more unique rinks on the island. So it'll be a face-off in the Strong Island end. After the siren went off. As just under 12 minutes to go in the game. All even at 4. That one stays in. Amante at the point gets it down to Dixon Child. Tries to play it towards the front of the net. Doesn't get there. But Cox with a nice poke to slow that breakout down. But now it's regrouped and they have it again. Peter Bold going up the ice. Bold across the blue, going in on McArdle. Peter Bold back behind the net. That one hops over the stick of Viola. Takes a hit from Amante. But now Switarski. Now Amante, another hit. And a penalty called. So Hofstra going down to the kill again. This time it's Andrew Amante going to the box. As he threw a hit there on Peter Bold, it looks like. So 2 for 4 on the power play is Strong Island. Hofstra had more of the power play chances early on. But now Strong Island getting their chances. And the last 2 they've scored on. So it's Sullivan and it's Presti to take the draw. As some hold up here. Might be the scoreboard again. The famous Freeport scoreboard. So I think everybody just got to have to remember when it is. So 9:20 it will be when they let Amante out of the box. Unless Strong Island scores and takes their first lead of the night. As that one almost disastrous for Stavronidis in goal. As Heiting almost intercepted his pass. as it's sent behind the net. Trying to circle out and break it out of the zone there. Switarski. Played up to the neutral zone, but McArdle immediately gets it, tries to send it down, but it's intercepted by Switarski. Switarski's going to enter, coming in on McArdle. Has it in the corner. Looking to spin out. They both go down. That's McArdle and Switarski. But behind the net, Viola picks it up. Viola gets to Switarski in a tight area. McArdle going in with the stick. Chip towards the point there. That's Natola. Rolls off his stick and out of the zone. Sullivan trying to steal it, but he's unable to. Nice, strong body presence by Thomas Natola to protect the puck and stop any shorthanded chance from happening. Here's Viola, a chance to walk into the slot. Can't find Rosa. It's bounced on net and stopped by Dumotheris. There's Natola. Viola in the corner. Takes a hit from McArdle. And now a chance to rush shorthanded, but no. Just cleared all the way down by Sullivan. And Hofstra gets a fresh 4 new killers onto the ice. There's Buglione and DeLuca are the forwards. Aloisio and Feza on the back end. Presti enters. Drops it. That's Natola. Winds up. Fires. Blocked by Aloisio. Viola in front. A shot. Bounced away with the blocker by Demotherius. Big save there as we're in the winding seconds of this power play. Aloisio battling in the corner. Monte out of the box. Gets to the bench. Van Aaron comes out looking to stretch it down. Could be an odd man rush chance. Nico Buglione, he was looking for Van Aaron, who kind of hung a little bit after coming out of the box as the Pride had the puck and we're trying to stretch it. And now they have a chance as it's popped to Van Aaron. He's got speed just coming off the bench. Trying to go wide and cut to the net. Shoots and it slides through and doesn't get there. Aloisio able to keep it in. Nice hustle there, but right there is Vinci to just chip it out immediately. So now Strong Island able to change the D. Van Aaron almost caught them as now he's got the puck again. Just bounced off his stick. Couldn't handle that one cleanly. And Aloisio has it. Aloisio off the glass. Van Aaron gets a stick on it as Vinci was looking to go to a change, but then ends up changing his mind. And now he looks again. There's DeLuca. DeLuca drops it back for Feza. And Feza pushes up the near side glass. Feza gets to the red. Makes a nice move. Frank Feza trying to cut to the net. Another nice move. He scores! What a goal! Frank Feza all by himself gives Hofstra their lead back. 5-4. Frank Feza from defense in the D zone. Walks around 3 defenders and backhands it into the back of the net. Snuck that one through. And that one's got to feel good for Frank Feza. Took a big hit earlier in the game. Comes back, and that's his first goal in a while after dealing with the injury last year. So Hofstra gets their lead back, a 1-goal lead, and they dump it in the offensive zone as we are hitting 8 minutes to go in the game. Rosa was going to shoot, then try to go back to Cox, but too much traffic in the way. Rosa reps a long-range shot. That one stopped by Stavronidis, and Lee cutting towards the net. Got a little too close to Stavronidis, at least net, and then his brother, Dimitri Stavronidis, gave him a little shove after the play. But what a goal for Frank Feza. Turned nothing into something. But Hofstra looking for an insurance goal. Cox off the draw, cuts to the net, shoots, saved by Stavronidis, and he jumps on it. I've seen Jordan Cox make that play many times before. If he can get the puck to do what he wants it to right off the faceoff, push it forward, and get around. And it was just him and the goalie there. Off the draw to the side. Dixon Child unable to get there, but Cox able to be some support and get there. Broken out, and now it could be a 2-on-1. Strong Island. That's Switarski in the backhand, but it's taken away. McArdle trying to play it towards the point. And now another penalty called on Hofstra as someone goes down behind the net. Unsure who right now. But it's going to be another power play chance. For Strong Island. And it's Jordan Cox, the captain, going to the box. So trainer coming out with an injured Strong Island player on the ice. So we'll be back in a moment.
That's a 5-minute major.
So the injured player was Daniel Switarski, as he's up on his own now skating to the bench, and that looks like it's going to be the end of the game for Jordan Cox. So he heads back to the dressing room, and that might be a 5-minute penalty then. In a 1-goal game, an absolutely huge moment here. And not only a power play, regardless 2 or 5, Jordan Cox out the rest of the game. So it looks like it's Jacob Lee in the box. Apologies with the scoreboard in a tough place here. Unsure if it's a 5 or 2-minute penalty. We're back ready for this power play. 2 for 4 in this game is Strong Island. Hofstra now leading 5-4. And they get the chance to tie this game again. So high stick. But it's picked up by Hofstra first, so play continues. Buglione at a tough angle. Oh, it hits Stavronidis' glove and hits the crossbar. Almost snuck in there. A tough angle. As now Hiding has a chance to steal it shorthanded behind the net. Hiding, battling, but now it's played safely to Presti. And Presti lays it off for Zaleski. Zaleski for Viola. Viola chips it in. On at Dean Rosa. Rimmed off the boards. Kept in off the skate of Presti. And a chance for Buglione shorthanded. He steals it for Presti. Buglione in, shorthanded. Scores! Nico Buglione, shorthanded goal. Hofstra gets the 2-goal lead back. Huge play from Nico Buglione. Stole it from Presti and was gone. Slid it on the ice with Stavronidis moving. That's his second goal of the game, and it's 6-4 Hofstra. 2 shorthanded goals for the Pride in this game. Absolutely huge for the Pride on this penalty kill. And now Hiding chips it in. Buglione looking to go get it. And shorthanded. Pride keeping it going, but stolen back as Heiden goes down, and Viola pushes it up. Lays it off for Zaleski. Game getting chippy here. As now it's cleared out again by Heiding, but right to Buglione. Trying to do it again, but this time trying to make a move. Loses the puck. Viola entering the zone. Sal Viola loses it, and DeLuca chips it out, and Buglione takes it. Buglione floats it forward, and now with the head of steam is DeLuca. Presti across. That's Natola. Across to Viola in front of his own bench. Viola weighing his options, turned over right to Sullivan, and he'll just clear it up ahead. And after it, on the forecheck, DeLuca. Strong Island struggling to break it out here. Now Viola gets it up to Switarski. Now there's Sebastiano Vinci. And out of the zone. Could be another break, but too far back seemingly was McArdle. So first on it for Strong Island is Vinny Yeager. Stretched up for Vinci. Tries to chip it forward, but right to McArdle. Chips it out to the neutral zone. And then they call too many men on Strong Island. So that'll even things up for the moment. Just over 5 minutes to go. Hofstra now clinging to a 2-goal lead after Frank Feza gave them the lead a few minutes ago. And then Nico Buglione's shorthanded goal, extending it to 2. Van Aaron wins the draw, as now we play 4-on-4. Feza a long-range shot right into the glove of Stavronidis. So we'll do it again. This one played towards the side, but it's Zaleski battling with Van Aaron, but Zaleski wins that battle, and he tries to push it forward. Gets through the D, down and alone, shoots towards the net, and actually cutting towards the net was Yeager. Could have gotten on that one, and now Van Aaron plays it forward. But back on defense is Fogarty. And now stretch pass bounces off Zaleski's stick, and Nicoloizio has it. Miscommunication with Feza as it's played and kept in the zone. Now Feza has it behind his own net, looking at his options. Backhands it as he sees Van Aaron. Van Aaron scanning. Has some space, makes a move around Vinci. Tries to pick up some speed. Now cutting wide, Van Aaron. Down low, back towards the net, he wraps it around. Tries to play it in front, but gets blocked, he regains the puck. Pushed down, but keeps his balance. To Aloisio at the point. Rips a shot, and that one goes wide with Buglione cutting towards the net, looking for a deflection. Buglione battles, he gets there quick. Backhands it into the corner. Still 4-on-4 here. Lots of open ice, and Aloisio keeps it in. Now to Buglione. He's got 2 tonight as he throws that one on net, and it's tapped behind for Keith Presti to pick it up. He's starting slow, looking to rush it up the ice. Tries to get it around Van Aaron, he can't. Strong Island on a change. There's 25 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Van Aaron steals. Van Aaron now trying to cut him 1-on-1. He shoots, and a save by Stavronidis. Nico in the corner. Van Aaron goes off the ice. And now Nico looking for that change as well, but it's rushed up by Strong Island. It's Peter Bold. Gets stopped in the neutral zone. And now Strong Island back on the power play after the 2-minute 4-on-4 period. Under 3 minutes to go in this game. Hofstra, 2-goal lead. Strong Island looking to get one. Make it a 1-goal game in these final 3 minutes as they're in the O-zone. That shot from a tough angle, that was from Switarski, who was shaken up before. He's back on the ice, so that's always good to see. As down goes McArdle. It's taken by Viola, but a nice defensive back check by Matarazzo. McArdle just elects to backhand it forward and get it out as Matarazzo first one in to get it. Tries to backhand it in front as there was hiding, but just past her stick. Rushing up is Salviola. As now the penalty is over, and we are back to even strength. As now big hit thrown, and Hofstra will be going back on the power play. It's getting physical on the near side corner. Tough to see from this angle. And then Rosa back there, and Natola ends up going down after the play. But Salviola, who has a hat trick in this game, he'll be in the box as 2:05 remaining on the clock. So a tough blow for Strong Island. Referees discussing. What a crazy game this has been. Hofstra, after this one started out slow, 4 goals in the first period. Coming from Buglione, DeLuca, Van Aaron, and McArdle. And then only 1 goal in the second. That was from Salviola. But to start this third, 2 quick ones from Viola to complete the hat trick, make it a 4-3 game before Daniel Switarski tied it up at 4. So 4 unanswered from both teams before Hofstra's Frank Feza with an incredible goal all by himself to make it 5-4, and then that shorthanded one from Nico Buglione, who has a goal on a penalty shot, which was the first one, which kicked this game off. So Hofstra gets a power play for the next 2 minutes. They're 2 for 4. Excuse me, 1 for 4. As they're up by 2, looking to get another one to put this game away. Now Strong Island can't clear. Buglione sits and waits, and then just throws it behind as Van Aaron's the one who picks it up. Van Aaron back to McArdle. Fakes the windup, then gives it back to Van Aaron. They're looking to switch places, and they do. Now Van Aaron stretches it to Matarazzo on the near side. Matarazzo, strong on his stick. There to McArdle. Looking to get it across. It goes in front, and Van Aaron overskates where it bounced to, and he gets back on it and sends it behind to Sullivan. Sullivan to McArdle at the right point. He's got Matarazzo there too, but McArdle plays it back to Sullivan. Sullivan rims it around, looking for McArdle, but getting the stick in the way was Natola, and Matarazzo trying to get on the wall and keep it in. He does for now. Now Van Aaron down low. Cuts to the net, he shoots, and that went off the post. From a tough angle, almost snuck it in on Stavronidis. He has it again, Van Aaron. To the top to Buglione, but it rolls off his stick. As now we reach the final minute of regulation. Hofstra leading by 2. Looking to close this one out is just sitting there is Buglione. He gives it to Matarazzo. Matarazzo back to McArdle. The Pride looking to win their home opener here at the Freeport Recreation Center. Start the season off on the right foot. Now Rosa rushes it up as there's 35 seconds to go in the game. Dean Rosa. Now to Van Aaron. Cross to McArdle. Space to walk in. Down to Buglione. In front, Rosa trying to get there. But now smacked on net again by McArdle. Doesn't go. Matarazzo can't keep it in. And Presti chips it up ahead. 15 seconds to go. As behind the net, Zaleski sitting behind the net. McArdle has it, sits with it, plays it up to Van Aaron, but time will expire. The Hofstra Pride start the season out right with a 6-4 victory over Strong Island. Two goals from Nico Buglione, another goal from Van Aaron. McArdle, DeLuca getting his first, and Frank Feza with the game winner. Angelo Manzello and Steven Dimotherius, the goaltenders for Hofstra, as they start 1-0 on the season. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast here on LI Sports Network. From the Freeport Recreation Center, I'm Brendan Yerk signing off. Have a great night.